Okay, guys, you know that I bring you the deals every week. Whenever I see them, I bring them. So, brisket is on sale right now for $1.77 a pound. So I got this kind of like, I got this big brisket. This is $20.21 for this. Normal price would have been about $45 to $65, depending on what the going price was at the time. Um, this big massive brisket, there's one left. It is $24.25. It's pretty good looking brisket too. Yes, Heather, yes. So make sure you check your sales at Kroger and stuff like that. They have their boneless trucks. It's normally $5.99. It's like usually like $3.99 and $5.99 a pound. It's on sale right now for um, $2.97 a pound. And I feed a lot of this to the dog because she eats a raw diet, and I find that she does really well on chuck. How many days would this take to eat? This is 13.7 pounds. If I was straight carnivore like I typically am, this would be gone in about 3 to 4 days. I would be finished with this. But on keto, this would last me for weeks probably. And since I'm doing keto now and I'm doing fairly well overall, I mean, I still do get some like stomach bloating. Um, I'm all right with it, but I'm gonna do it for 30 days. And I'll be back off. I'm trying to figure out if I want to get one of those. Normally, what I'll do when I come into Kroger's, I'll check this section here. Right, this is normally where all the deals are. They got ribeyes, New York strip, something like that. But this time they don't have any of that here, other than it was just a transition, Doc. That's all it was. I just had to work through the transition, and it was fine. I came right out of it. It was an immune system switch. When you go from um, RC, I did. I went to dinner, and then I thought, you know what? Let me go check Kroger deals. Maybe I can throw up some videos and show everybody um, what Kroger has to offer before I go home. So I try to keep you guys updated on all the deals and stuff like that. And when you see $1.77 a pound for brisket and there's only two left in there, I had to buy one of them. So um, basically, I don't even know what I was saying now. Normally, what I do is I come into Kroger and they have the deals right here, normally right at the end. This is If they're not in this cooler right here, chances are it's not really that good of a deal. And then I'll shift around and I'll look, and normally they got their discount section right here. So I'll come over here and I'll see, is there any kind of meat that I can get for the dog she's gonna like. I try to usually go for grass-fed first. Me and the dog will eat it. I'll come over here to the discount section. I'll see, oh wait, they got this big giant T-bone steak here. I bet the dog would like that. She'd probably gnaw the bone and everything else. What was the original price? Oh, $24. With the member card, it was marked down to $17.80, and now it's $9.72. Probably not that great a deal. If I wait another week or two, I bet you I get 3 or 4 of these in a pack for like $17. So normally I'll buy this stuff in the discount section as well, Heather, and I will vacuum seal it, and that's what the dog she eats. She eats an all raw diet. So, and then I'll come over here and get some ribs for her because the collagen and the bone and stuff really helps with her digestive tract. So I'll make sure, one day I'll give her ribs, and that's all she'll have for dinner. It's just like a pound and a half of ribs, and she'll just eat it raw, and she loves it. She munches the bone because it's so soft, and she just eats it up. Normally, what I'll get is I'll get some livers, some gizzards, whole chicken leg quarters, because they're not the bones, if they're not cooked in chicken, the dogs can eat them perfectly fine. It's just when they're cooked that they have a problem. And I'll get those leg quarters for her, and her belly doesn't break out, nothing. She's got over all her ear infections. I also mix some collagen sometimes, homemade collagen, and um, I'll make her some like special treat stuff. Like I'll take some really like nice flavorings and stuff, and I'll cook it up and mix it in there. Like she likes when I make steak and I save over I save the fat and I mix it in with her food real good. Normally, you'll catch these steaks in these New York strips on sale. Like if you wait a week, this price right here, $27.42 for this pack, will be like $17 or be like $15. And then a couple weeks later, you'll find like these ribeyes up here that are $36 for 3 of them. You'll find these same ribeyes on sale for like 18 bucks 2 or 3 weeks from now. My dog, she gets treated very, very well. She doesn't go without. I mean, I make sure I really take care of her. Once I figured out a raw diet was best for her because all the dog food was making her break out, no matter how clean it was. It was a deal for me. And I've been feeding her a lot of grass-fed ground beef because I've been finding that they got rid of the real expensive ground beef that was here. It was like $9 to $12 a pound, and now they have this Simply Truth Organic. I think it's like a Kroger brand, and they keep marking it down. And if you get the digital coupon, you can get it for as low as $5.49 a pound. But right now, with the Kroger price, it's going to be $6.49 a pound. I normally try to pick her up a pack of the organic ground beef. Like, I'll give her a pack of beef today, and then I'll feed her like regular beef tomorrow, like this regular organic. And then the next day I'll go back to grass-fed, and I'll alternate it. And I find this is really clean for her. She doesn't break out. The only thing I don't buy here is I don't go with anything outside of that, because you know it's like it's $9 a pound for these little small tiny ribeyes, when I can go over there and get it for $5.50 a pound every couple weeks for just regular conventional ribeyes. So I'm not big into grass-fed everything like this here. What is this here? This is Simply Truth. Is this bison? Can't even see what it is. Oh no, this is lamb. So this is marked down ground lamb. Lamb is really good for you too. It's got a lot of nutrient density to it. Let's see, like their roast here. These are, what does it say? With the card, with the digital coupon, it's down to $10.99. You don't really have to feed your dog perfect food. You just got to get them away from grain. A lot of times dogs keep going back to the vet, and you spend more money in vet bills. Like I've spent like $200 or $300 every time I take her to the vet for a simple stomach rash outbreak, and I couldn't keep doing that. I had to get away from that. And then it'd be like she'd get an infection in her foot or something because, you know, she's licking her feet from some kind of allergy, and she wouldn't stop doing it. And then now it's another $200 or $300. I said, man, to hell with all this. I can't keep doing this. And I started reading more into the raw diets of like incorporating eggshells and stuff like that for the phosphorus and the calcium, and ribs that have good collagen and bone to help with their digestive tract, and the whole chicken leg quarter, because if you don't cook it, it doesn't splinter. It actually just breaks, and they can digest it very well. And good quality, like grass-fed ground beef every once in a while, but sometimes I feed her conventional ground beef. She just thrives a lot better off of a raw diet, and I spend no more money. Like if you do it correctly and you learn how to balance out what you're feeding your dog, you don't have to worry about any of that stuff. It'll all work out in the wash in the long run. Actually, you save a ton of money in the long run. See, for like this right here, I'll buy this for her. And what is this? This is, let's see, it's a pound. I think it's 2 half-pound patties. Yeah. And this will be like, I'll put this in the freezer, and then I'll feed it to her tomorrow, and she loves it, man. She's almost watering at the gums by the time I'm done. Yeah, my big American Bulldog, which they come from the bloodline, is the Dogos. Man, when she gets a hold of chicken or something like that, you can just hear it crunching inside her teeth. She enjoys every bit of it. Any kind of chicken, the neck, the bone, the turkey wings, she just crunches the mess out of it. She loves it. What was I gonna? Oh, I was gonna show you guys this right here. When you guys are looking for higher fat dinners and you're trying to incorporate some kind of ground beef, You know, we got regular 80, 90, 10, 85, 15, 73, 27, all that stuff, right? Well, there's another type of ground beef most people don't even pay attention to. It's called beef trimmings. Really high in fat, really excellent flavor. Typically way less than everything else, and you can really get it on sale fresh, like not even on sale. It's still really cheap. So I'll come here and I'll get a couple packs of beef trimmings whenever I'm making a special meal where I want a higher fat meal. I want to up my fat content. Maybe I'm training harder in the gym. I'm not recovering as good. I need more energy during the day. I won't go to a regular ground beef anymore. I'll go to this beef trimmings ground beef. So, and it does very well with meals that you don't want really fine, like ground pieces. When you want like a thicker ground piece, that's perfect for it. I mean, it's phenomenal. Trying to think what else here. Trying to see what else I would typically buy. See, these are $10.99 a pound, but come like 2 or 3 weeks from now, this is going to be right back down to $4.47, $5 a pound. Oh, I'll get her these the oxtails fresh, and I'll let her gnaw on them for a while. These are good soup bones right here for marrow. I mean, you could literally dig the marrow right out of the center of these and eat them. But anyway, that's it. I don't know if you guys have seen this section. It would be nice if this was like not junk, but there's too much junk in here. But Kroger recently incorporated this whole section right here where you could like literally walk up to this thing and open up the cooler, and you could just get pounds or whatever assortment size of what you want. Like this is shrimp scampi, salmon ravioli, creamy pesto shrimp, Thai green curry, cilantro, lime rice. You know, you go down here, you make your own meal as you go down. I've never seen this before. This came into our Kroger about I want to say about a month, maybe 4 to 6 weeks ago. I mean, honestly, by far, Kroger is the best place that I've ever seen to get meat. I've never seen another place as cheap and as clean overall as they are. I have no problem with their food at all. I never have. So they got, what I've been doing is I've been going to Sam's and I've been getting the big giant bags of wild caught the wild caught cooked shrimp. Is so good, and I feel so good the day after I eat it. Like I've got like a burst of nutrients. Ocean Gift. Yeah, this is gonna be some kind of farm raised stuff, I think. Yeah, I like the wild stuff. I try not to get any of the farm raised stuff anymore. I just feel better off of the wild caught. You're crazy. I like our local butcher, but he's really high on his prices. See, this is like Atlantic farm-raised salmon. Every once in a while, I'll spring for a piece of the farm-raised stuff, but I try to get wild. And I've been doing a lot more like bulk. Here's wild-caught claw crab meat, but it's $12.49 a pound or a container for it. Normally, what I do is I go. I think it's down here. I think it's down over. Let's see. It's one of these aisles right here. I've seen it. I gotta look all the way to the end because I know it's on the end aisle. I think it's this aisle right here. Spices, that's not the aisle. I bet you that girl probably thought I was looking at her butt. I'm not. trying to read you guys' comments while I'm shopping. The thing that sucks is, like, after this video is over, the comments disappear, and then all fresh comments have to pop up, and then the people afterwards can't participate in the conversations. Oh, look here. Simply Organic started doing this as well. They're not doing just regular beef jerky anymore. It's grass-fed beef jerky now. So, like, all of their packets are labeled grass-fed. And where this used to be like 12 to 14 grams of carbs per pack now it's down like low. I think it's like 7 to 9 grams of carbs now. Yeah, this one's 6 grams of carbs per pack now. So, like, this keto movement that's really taking off, and low carb movement, they're really starting to change up the criteria on their food. These aren't very big. These are 2.5 ounces. Yeah, they're not very big. They're small packs, but they're only $4.99. Normally they're like $7.99 for those. But they're in more competition now with Whole Foods and Amazon. Now that Amazon has bought Whole Foods, you know, this is nothing new now. It's been a little while. Now all of Whole Foods prices have come down substantially as well. Like, their grass-fed beef in the meat department used to be like $8.99 a pound. They've got it all the way down to like $5.99 a pound now. This is where I come and get my, yeah, right in here. I will get, like, where's it at? I like this premium white crab meat. Well, I want the lump stuff. I'll get this here because it's got a lot of vitamin D. I'm pretty sure it's vitamin D. Yeah, 35% vitamin D per serving in lump crab meat. And then I like the wild caught sardines. Where they at? There they are, right there. King Oscar wild caught sardines. I'm pretty sure these are the ones that have high iron or calcium and iron and vitamin A in these. And then if you want to get even crazier, you can throw in some, where's it at? I can't find it. I hope nobody walks down this aisle right now. Calcium, iron. Here. Oysters. Tons of iron in oysters. Let me see, there's something else here. And if you get the water-based tuna, there's more omega in that because the oil has like a higher omega-6 content than omega-3, and it doesn't have it. It's not as beneficial for you health-wise. A lot of people like the tuna in oil, but I cannot stand it anymore. And once I seen the statistics the other day of a chart that popped up on Facebook, and I wanted to see if it was true, it actually has a better omega-3 ratio to the stuff that's in water than it does in oil. So I hope those people don't walk down that aisle. Yeah, I mean, down here I can get fresh crab, but I have to go like almost 3 or 4 hours south. I don't really want to go 3 or 4 hours south just for that. And then if you look at the frozen section over here, you can find some wild caught stuff, but you're not going to find a lot. Hey, where is your fish at? This aisle or the next aisle? You want to say hi to YouTube?
Huh?
Say hi.
Hello.
This is my buddy right here. I see him every night when I come in here. He asked me what I'm gonna buy him tonight. I'm gonna buy him a big old steak. Say hi again.
Hello.
You know I come in here and record. He's one of the front end attendants. So like whenever people have a problem or anything like that, he fixes it at the registers. Let's see. Texas Wild Man, that's $24 for that bag. I get it way cheaper at Sam's Club. I can't, okay. Gotta make a better choice than that. Let's see here. Pacific cod, wild caught. See, this here is $11 a bag for this wild caught cod. I love cod because it pretty much fits in anything. And then here's wild caught sockeye salmon, but it's a small bag for $14. Let's see what else here. Wild caught. There's no wild down there. What is that up there? I think. Yeah, the cod is a good price, but the salmon is not, because there's not very much in it. I get a better price on the salmon at Sam's Club, but it's not wild caught. I'm trying to find wild caught because when I eat wild caught fish, I feel really good. Like the next day, I almost feel super energetic. But when I eat the farm stuff, it's just not as good. It's nowhere near as pure. I mean, it's a crossbreed. It's like they GMO the farm raised stuff to have some of the wild caught stuff. See, wild caught raw Gulf shrimp. How much do they want for that? That's pink. That's wild caught pink salmon. So the guy at work that's working with us now, he's from Alaska. He spent almost his entire life in Alaska running a mechanic shop. And he was telling me in Alaska, you wouldn't try to get pink salmon. Pink salmon is like the bottom of the barrel stuff. You would try to get like a sockeye or something like that. It's got a more red color. You get like an Atlantic salmon. But when you go for like a pink salmon, they called it like some like bottom of the barrel name. It's still healthy for you, but the pink salmon was like the least of the choice. They would always try to go for sockeye or some really deep red type salmon. Some of the salmon that they have up there that has like a really more pure, like a really thick, plush, like red look to it, you won't find here. And he was telling me like how the people up there live and stuff like that. He said almost year round they don't eat anything, like when it comes to vegetables or whatever. Like in some of the more what do you call it, popular communities and stuff, they have like grocery stores where they fly in nutrients and stuff like that from vegetables. But he said the majority of the people that don't live around like grocery stores and stuff there, they're eating like bear and seal and salmon and crab and stuff all the time. They don't ever eat any kind of vegetables, barely. I mean, but he also said, it's kind of funny, I feel bad for laughing about it, but he also said if you're going to be there, don't expect to find very pretty women, because most of the women there look just like the men, and it's very rare for you to find a woman that's actually feminine in those like living styles and like people's cultures like that, because they just don't have a reason to be that way. They're more about nurturing the family, growing the family, living as a family and stuff, and looks aren't really like their main point. So it's kind of like difficult to find a gorgeous looking woman in certain areas, because that's just not what their culture or anything has ever been about. So he was saying every once in a while you'll see a good looking girl like from one of the local villages or something like that, and the guys are all staring at her and stuff, but normally it's like everybody looks the same. And I was like, wow, I had no idea. And he said, oh yeah, I've been there 21 years. He said, I'm lucky I met my wife here and moved there. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, I'm going to cash out. I'm going to, what do I got here? I got about 20 bucks there, $4 there. So 20, 27, about 33 bucks in meat. And then yeah, I would like to find roe, but I might have to go more south for that. I hear Dr. Paul Saladino talking about that all the time. He has salmon roe, but he's like right in California on the coast, so he's always eating oysters and all that stuff. Well, we'll do this again, but I'm jumping off of here. This is it's called Candlelight Company, and the smells are really, really excellent. And I live out on a horse farm, and I have a dog that's always getting into like the mud and the water and stuff like that. And no matter how much I wash her, a week or two later, she's already smelling again. It's time for another bath. So I said, man, screw that. I'm gonna go out and I'm just gonna get incense and stuff for every single room in the house. So now I never smell her at all anymore. You walk into my house and it smells like a cinnamon apple pie pumpkin factory. Okay, I'm jumping off of here. It's time to go home and get some sleep and put this stuff away. I'll catch you guys on